Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. What's going on? Gord King here. Part 10 of the Hitman streams. Hope you're all doing very well, having yourself a fine beginning to your week. And we're here to have ourselves fun little time, fun little romp through I don't know, whatever part of this game I'm on. I think I'm near the end actually. Let's see. Yeah, we're on the farewell. Yeah, we've got 2 missions left, and then we're done with Hitman, basically. We might be finishing this up today, y'all. Who knows? Wayland Pacificus, what's going on? Social media has already got me in a bad mood this week. Well, that sucks. I haven't really partaken of it too hard yet. But, I don't know. I'm in a relatively good mood, I suppose. What's up, Cannoli? Yes. There was a firefight! It's so dramatic.
To the airport, but turns out that the top Providence operative
It's.
vineyard in the area.
I hate feeling like I'm always a killjoy on things. Like, seriously, but I knew when I was getting ready to post my review for Boondock Saints on Criticalist, I checked the average because, a lot of people have been reviewing that lately, and it's like 50-something reviews on that movie, and it was averaging like a 90%, and I'm like, you all have got to be kidding. 90%? It's like 90%! It's like, y'all need to calm down. Okay, look, it's really enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. It's an entertaining movie. It's a fun movie. But 90%? Are you freaking kidding me?
Thought you were out.
Yeah.
It's like, those are like Shawshank Redemption averages. Give me a break. That's insanity. That's absolute insanity. It's like I'm looking at all these reviews. 100%, 90%, 84%, 100%, 94%, 95, 100, 90, 97. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? It's a fun movie. It's nothing special. Calm down. Calm the heck down. Boondock Saints is fine. It's not amazing. And I'm sorry, I'll tell you this also. You bring up a good point. Without Defoe, that movie is not particularly memorable. But I'll tell you this also. The villains, they suck. The villains of the movie suck. The villains in the movie suck. Because there aren't really any characterized villains in the entire film. I think people mistake what they like from what's actually good. Well, of course they do. That's kind of all they do, it seems. Is they get an idea for they think, oh, well, this is good because I like it. It's like, well, no, those are separate. Nobody seems to understand that those are separate statements. It's like, no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same. Look, and I don't think the movie's necessarily bad. I don't think the movie's necessarily bad, but it's very mid, and the editing is very messy. The editing is super messy. Like there are edits that I'm just like, why did they do that? Like it's kind of baffling at times. Just like who thought that was a good choice? I like The Mummy Returns. Doesn't mean I think it's good. Yeah, and that's a reasonable position to have. I like Boondock Saints. I also like I love Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Love it. I've watched that movie 30, 40 times probably, but doesn't make it it's good. Sword can break Sassy's heart. It's what I do. I feel like I'm the cooler. Anytime it's like people get too high on a movie, it's like, all right, y'all, time to calm down.
You've got my message.
You'd never get caught on camera. Not unless you wanted to be seen. So what's the play?
Hyperbolic Ninja, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Is close to becoming the next Constantine. I'll be able to dismantle Providence from the inside. Only one man stands in my way. Don Yates. That weasel was the partner's legal counsel for years. He's the top candidate.
Oh, dialogue is really quiet in my headphones right now.
It won't work.
There we go.
If Edward suspects...
I will convince him you acted alone. Retaliation for Grey. Trust me.
Hello, Israel. What's going on? How you doing?
She has eyes everywhere, and they're all fixed on you. The plan won't
It's like
work
me with
this
Clash of the Titans remake. It's so awful, but it's fun to... Yeah.
Whatever your plan is,
Boondock Saints is really entertaining.
You're sure?
It's a very entertaining movie.
as I'll ever
It's
be.
a lot of fun. But
Here, I got your
doesn't make
invitation.
doesn't make this some kind of great movie, because it's not. It's really not.
Come find me when it's done. Good luck, 47.
Alright. So, that's on target, over the top, the tour. I think we want to do over the top. Alright, parachute down. Woo! No. Back is effed up. I did 200 push-ups the other night on stream, and the next day I pulled a muscle picking up my kid. Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun. Got to be careful not to overwork the muscles. I remember when we used to get multiple films a year as good as Boondock Saints before the dark. Exactly, and I feel like that's kind of maybe that's part of why so many people who are rewatching that movie are like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing," because they're contrasting it with what we've been getting in the 2020s, and I'm like, okay, look, yeah, compared to the slop we're getting in the 2020s, this stands out like a sore thumb. It's way better than a lot of the stuff we get now. But I actually remember the year it came out. Like, that came out, what, 99? You know how many freaking good movies were out in 1999?
Is your invitation, please? Looking good, man. Gracias, senor. Looking good. Enjoy the party.
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins got paid. Sin City has no defense still or an offensive line. Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to draft well, basically. Yeah, well, I mean, that year they had, 99, you had, like, The Matrix, which, The Matrix, probably the best movie that year. Debatable, I suppose, but there's some dang good movies that year. I put it this way, like, there were movies that people don't even think about that were good movies. Like Mystery Alaska came out that year. Mystery Alaska is a dang good movie. That was a year like Austin Powers came out, The Iron Giant. Funny thing is, we also had movies that year like Phantom Menace came out that year. Now, Phantom Menace isn't a particularly good movie. I would say that it has probably more issues than something like Boondock Saints, but it also has more competency than Boondock Saints. Who cares what critics hate? Critics are gay. Critics are the biggest of gay.
Let me guess, the Burnwood woman. That's right. Gates is arranged for the chief.
American Beauty was out the year. Granted, I'm not. I mean, American Beauty is a well-made movie, but I don't ever want to watch it again. I really don't ever want to watch it again. Once I learned that one of the actresses in the movie who took her top off was like 17 when she did that, I was like, no, that's not good.
Tour of the estate. Diana, Vidal, and this
makes me sentimental.
I was like, that's kind of messed up. But Three Kings came out that year. Three Kings is a highly underrated movie. I feel like people have kind of slept on that one. Three Kings is freaking awesome if you've never seen it. It's a really good movie by David O. Russell. But yeah, it's like Boondocks. Galaxy Quest was that year. Almost done with the show Rome. It's so good. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it was the director's first movie, I think. And he did a solid job. It's a fun, stylistic movie. But yeah, it's
these fermentation tanks
acting like it's this amazing movie. I'm like, guys, y'all need to watch more stuff. It's not.
This has happened before.
It's not that special.
Provoking an appearance from Don Yates. It's likely to happen again.
Yeah, Green Mile. Green Mile's a really good one. I don't remember if Payback. I kind of think Payback might be a little earlier too. Yeah, Galaxy Quest. Oh, I'm talking about a movie that's aged well. Galaxy Quest is freaking awesome. Yeah, 90s were a great decade in general. 90s was a fantastic decade in film. Don't watch the director's cut of Day. So that's what I always wonder if it's. I've heard some people say they like the director's cut more, and I've heard people say they like the regular one more. I never know. Okay, time to drop. We'll just. I taste hints of oak and worker. This payback was 99. Got it. 80s are obviously the better decade for movies. I mean, 80s were a great decade for movies. I don't know if they had as many good movies, though, in the 80s. 80s had some up years and some down years, so I'm honestly not sure. I'd have to look into that. So obviously, the 80s, you got stuff like Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Blade Runner, Amadeus, Back to the Future was that year, Who Framed Roger Rabbit's that year. I mean, there's a ton of great movies from the 1980s, but I mean, like, shoot, if you look at the year 1988, holy crap, there's a lot of good movies just from that year alone. But not every year in the 90s was, or in the 80s was strong. Just about every year from the 90s, I think, was strong. Like, probably the weakest year of the 90s was 1990, and 1990 had still a pretty high number of good movies. But, let's see, there are more all-time greats in the 80s. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. But even if there are more all-time greats, that doesn't necessarily inherently make the decade itself better. Because let's say one has 20 all-time great movies, the other has 15. Okay? But what if the one with 15 has like 200 really good movies and the other one has like 100? Well, then I'm going to pick the one that has the 200 and the 15. I'll take that one. So yeah, I'd have to look at that. 90s had Mortal Kombat and 3 Ninjas, so it wins the decade automatically. I mean, it's pretty flawless. Pretty flawless logic. Pretty flawless logic. I'm like, what?
Hey, somebody's throwing stuff around. Let me deal with it. I get back to you, huh?
I'm gonna do it when I get back to you, huh? I got your dongle. Caught.
Clear. Don't worry. Be happy. Over.
Did he really just say that? Ah, there's the screwdriver. Time cop.
Control terminal is up in the security room. If you take a look.
Freaking time cop.
Don't touch it. One of the guards placed a smoked BLT sandwich near the ventilation.
Who is this guy? Look at this stupid beret he's wearing.
Okay, am I missing out on something here?
No.
I don't like the looks of... Need to pay attention here, mijo.
Ah, you're really gonna make me do it, aren't you? I didn't want to do it, but what choice did I have? I told you I watched Collateral. Yep. I'm not sure I agree with you about the ending being bad. I don't agree that it's bad if you think it's bad, but I think the ending has some rough spots to it, but I think the ending overall is pretty solid. I think as far as a character element, it's quite good. But Collateral has problems, but it's a pretty strong movie overall. What's up, Boosh? Happy St. Patty's Day. while the 90s still move more towards drama and realism. I mean, assuming that's true, that's not really indicative of which one has better quality. I mean, a lot of my favorite movies are dramas, so I mean, drama tends to be like it kind of tends to be the more reliable genre sometimes than action. Action can be quite bad sometimes. Shoot, I could have gotten the screwdriver right here. Collateral is my second best movie. I would probably rank it third because okay, Heat's his best movie. Heat's amazing. Heat is freaking glorious. But while I've watched Collateral more times, I would probably say The Insider is a better movie. The Insider is really, really great. Like, that's a really good movie. It's that one might be better than Collateral, like, objectively speaking. I'd have to watch it again to really kind of get a full grasp on that, but I watched The Insider about 2 years ago, and The Insider blew me away. I was like, gosh, this is a great movie. I can't believe that this movie has kind of come and gone, sort of been forgotten. But holy crap, The Insider is good. It's such a good movie. Top tier acting, top tier dialogue. It's just top to bottom, such a great film. Tarantino was wrong to call the 80s one of the worst decades ever. Yeah, I thought that was a weird statement. I think the 70s are worse. The 70s have a lot of good, like, they have good movies in the 70s, don't get me wrong. The 70s have some really weak years, too. Like, a lot of them. 70s were a very kind of hit and miss kind of decade. But yeah, I didn't agree with that statement he made. I was like, I don't know about that dude. Didn't know about that dude. 70s were very up and down. Well, we have 2 screwdrivers, so we might as well use one. And bada bing, bada boom. What do you think of A Beautiful Mind? Beautiful Mind is a good movie. It, as far as I know, fabricates the events, but I mean, I don't think it's trying to tell anyone that, oh yeah, this is absolutely historically accurate, so I don't really care that much. But I think it's a good movie. I thought it was pretty good. It definitely shouldn't have won. I mean, it winning Best Picture is ridiculous. Had no business winning Best Picture over Fellowship of the Ring. But it's a good movie. It is a good movie. I do really like it. It's not particularly rewatchable. I think I've watched it like 2 or 3 times, like ever. But I don't know if I'll ever watch it again. It's a movie. It's not a documentary. Yeah.
Surely,
Though I almost feel bad comparing it to Bohemian Rhapsody because I've heard Bohemian Rhapsody is kind of like outright trash. Like I've heard Bohemian Rhapsody is really bad. And I've seen some examples of like some of the editing on Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's like, holy crap, this is terrible. What the heck? I need him to get down there so we can do some electrocution. Harvey Weinstein produced the most good movies out of anyone ever. I mean, sadly, there's some truth to that. I mean, I've mostly heard that Bohemian Rhapsody is trash because it's just not very well done. I've heard the editing is in particular like atrocious. And I've seen little examples of the editing, and I'm like, ooh, that's rough. I mean, I've seen some examples where I'm like, yeah, there's some credibility to those claims about the editing being bad. Editing has some pretty rough spots to it. That's hard to deny from what I have seen. I haven't seen a lot. I haven't seen a lot of it, but most everybody I trust that has seen it says it's crap. So, you know, I'm not unwilling to check it out for myself or anything, but just haven't at this point. Not especially interested in it yet. But maybe one day I'll have a reason to check it out. Maybe we'll do a show about biopics or something like that, and I'll be forced to see it. Who knows? Alright, let's see if we can get up here and get rid of this lady. I like that guy's just kind of standing there. He hasn't really noticed. Oh, now he's noticing. Oh, look at that. Need assistance. Haha, security. Ooh, and another one. A different gun with a silencer. Nice. Safe paint by numbers biopic. It's literally awful. The reason why people like it is because they like Queen. You're right about Cruise and Collateral, though. Bet he saved money on hair dye making that movie. Yeah, Cruise and Collateral, that's legit one of the best performances of his career. Holy crap, he's good in Collateral. I was like, Tom, play villains more often. You're pretty dang good at it. Oh, snap. Secret tunnel! People should be afraid of his character. Oh, I don't know. I think people... He made me believe people could be afraid of Les Grossman. I wholeheartedly believe people would be afraid of Les Grossman. Different reasons, of course. But I'm like, yeah, that's legit fear. No problem. I just wanted to mess with that guy. Alright. Got the movie with Jamie Foxx? Yeah, Collateral? Yeah. He was he was nominated for 2 Oscars that year, Collateral and Ray. He should not have been nominated for Collateral. Because Tom Cruise should have been nominated for Collateral. Cruise not getting a nomination for Collateral when Jamie Foxx did is kind of stupid. Like, it almost feels like one of those shuns that was intentional. Where it's like they're making a statement of some kind. It's like, guys, come on. You're gonna nominate Jamie Foxx here, but not Tom Cruise? Fox is fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jamie Foxx is fine in the movie, but there's nothing about his performance that is especially, like, you know, great. Where you're like, oh, this is an Oscar-worthy performance. You're just like, okay, it's a performance. It's fine. Ruffalo was well, Ruffalo. I mean, I think Ruffalo's good in the movie. It's just he thankfully isn't asked to. I mean, this is kind of before we knew who he was, which was kind of nice. I kind of miss those days where we didn't know who he was. Yeah, Ruffalo's fine in the movie. His character works. He does what he's supposed to do. We're not going to be racist by seven white people. Ruffalo's good at playing cops? Yeah, he's good at playing cops. He's good in Collateral. He's really good in Zodiac. He's really, really good in Zodiac. I don't think anybody in their right mind could take away from him I mean, he's freaking great in Zodiac, if I'm being honest. It's like, he can be a crappy person and still a good actor. Kind of have a lot of those, if we're being honest. We kind of got a lot of those, unfortunately. Some of these you can scan with the camera. So does this mean Ruffalo can act if he cares? Yeah, he can. He definitely can. He's also a cop in Now You See Me. Yeah, I haven't seen Now You See Me. Never watched it.
No way.
He was in this movie back in 2000 called You Can Count on Me, I think it was called, with Laura Linney.
Tons of respect for you guys.
That was, I mean, it was a solid movie, and he's good in it. It was kind of an Oscar bait movie for its time, so yeah, I watched it once. Didn't find it especially memorable, but it's one of those movies that did garner some nominations when it came out. And it's like, yeah, that's probably why they made it, so they could get some Oscar nominations, and that was it. But nobody seems to remember it anymore. And kind of for good reason. It's not a particularly memorable film. Now You See Me is bad. The second one was worse. I clicked off. I still want that Les Grossman movie. I would watch the crap out of a Les Grossman movie. Absolutely. The Les Grossman character is funny as crap. Saw 11 got canceled. Really? Huh. That's interesting. I wonder why. Those movies usually do pretty well considering their budget.
Rich scratch their asses too when they think nobody's watching. Pay attention. Yates wants to come higher. We've been at this for months. Ever since the 1% killings began. Nothing's gonna happen. I know.
They call them the 1% killings.
Who are we on the lookout for anyway?
That's so woke. Oh my goodness.
Don Yates has the snipers on high alert. They await a picture ID and kill order from the guards on the ground. Yates himself is clearly off limits, but Tamara Vidal is a different matter.
We're killing Tamara Vidal today.
My lip reading.
Yeah, he did do a lot of improv for Les Grossman and did it dang well. I mean, technically, I could shoot them and do the sniping myself, right? Cut out the middleman, as it were. I might. Wasn't he going through a divorce at the time? I don't know. Probably. Okay, let's have some fun. Now we just wait for them to come into view, I suppose. Ah, they're behind something. Apparently Emil just... Yeah, I saw that. His story's been strange. I mean, I haven't followed it like super duper close, but I'm obviously aware of it. And I think it's kind of... I think it's funny how tied to it Disney is. Because they tried to make Kang into a thing when nobody freaking cares about Kang. Like, literally nobody cares about Kang. So our biggest takeaway from Collateral is he should play more villains. I would love that. This might take too long, so I'm gonna reload from here. And we're gonna do it the mission way. We're gonna go the mission route. God. Uh-oh. Somebody got found. Oh, okay, it's not that far. Yeah.
Sure they're up for this? I don't want to piss off someone who can take my
Disguise yourself as Huacho.
head off from 1,000 yards away. Therefore, no trail. You mind getting off your ass and checking that out? Yeah.
Jeez. Dang it, those people are coming. Okay.
Me patero. There's something moving.
Something's wrong here. Level 6, Blood Diamond or The Departed. I think The Departed's easily a better movie. I like Blood Diamond, it's fine, but I thought they overblew it a bit.
Oh, wait! Let's go. There's the Eddie. We have to find this motherfucker. ¿Entiendes? Hey, I don't want to shake you, stupid banana. Wake up! Ah! What's going on? What the hell? Any clues? He was dressed as a soldier.
Okay, they're out of the way. The Invincible Season 3 finale is one of the highest rated TV episodes ever. Yeah, and they completely rehash things in it. Like, I watched somebody post a part of the scene where, like, I guess whatever villain they have in that show, he was just, like, he was flying whatever the hero's name is, like, across that beach and through the city, and all these people are getting ripped up, and I'm like, they did that at the end of Season 1. It's the exact same thing. What are we doing, guys? And I'm like, did people really not get that that's what was going on there? It could not be more blatant. Blue Collar, what's up, man?
Visual ID. Use your camera. Over.
Alright, I need to equip my camera.
Falcon, I have a visual. Sending it now. Over.
Copy that.
Like Invincible, but I have to say it's overrated. I only saw Season 1. What's up, BCL? Beat this game already? Yeah, I'm close to beating it. I'm very close.
Hold on.
Take the shot.
Target is down. Over.
We killed the melon. We did it, Joe. Wonder if I can just, like, snipe whoever. I'm so hungover. What game is next? I might go ahead and do the Uncharted games. I know that was next in that little. That was in that little group of 4 that I did. What did I think of Season 1? I really liked Season 1 of Invincible. I thought the first season was really cool. But then I heard a lot of people saying Season 2 was pretty weak. And I was like, dang, that sucks. I was hoping it'd be good. And some friends have been going through Season 3, and they're like, yep, it's crap. So I do like Uncharted. The movie sucked. Yeah, I heard the movie was terrible, which, big shocker, really. Is it really that big a surprise? Upon review, those issues become glaring. Yeah, I haven't rewatched the first season. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to it. I don't know if there's a reason to. Like, if it eventually like picks itself back up and starts doing well again, I might take it on. But just kind of another example of why I am always reluctant to get into TV shows too early.
Confirmed security threat.
Next Mortal Kombat's coming up, and honestly, who cares? I mean, I'm interested in it. I thought that the first Mortal Kombat they did, well, the remake they did, I guess, if you want to call it that, I thought that was fun, even though it had a ton of problems. I still was like, okay, this isn't bad. But, yeah, it's not a great movie by any means. I'll be careful how I type this. On Enzo's show, we read a news article where this 47-year-old man was comparing his penis youth to his 22-year-old son. I needed alcohol. His penis youth? What? It's what? I don't know what that means. His penis youth. Amber has 5 minutes of airtime the entire season. That is a fix. It means exactly what he says. Yeah, but I don't know what that means. His penis youth. Alright, have a good one, Ninja. Have a good one. Who would you cast as Nathan Drake? I mean, obviously, I tended to agree back in the day when people were like, Nathan Fillion would have been great. He would have been a great pick for that. I think that's true. So, who would play him well now? I don't know, honestly. I'd have to think about that. I need to get somebody's disguise. He even created a machine to study and measure his erections and compare them to his... Oh, wow. I picked Bradley Cooper because the voice would work. His voice would work. My issue with Bradley Cooper is I kind of think he's too old. Oh, wait. Like, oh my gosh, there's a person doing a thing. Oh, I have to wear the Guacho disguise? Why? I guess he's the only one who can give those orders. What the heck? Henry Cavill as Nathan Drake. I mean, it could work. I probably wouldn't pick him first. I actually, part of me would be more intrigued to see Cavill play, like, maybe a villain. I think people sleep on him playing the villain in Mission Impossible Fallout. I think he's really good in that movie. I mean, Mission Impossible Fallout, just in general, is a fantastic movie. I don't think people have ever given Cavill enough credit for how good he is in that. He's really good in Fallout. It kind of irks me that people act otherwise. Cavill could play Lovanovich. I don't know. I've never heard him do an accent like that, but maybe. He's got the stature for it, definitely. But even if you just wanted to go a different direction and have him play like an all-new villain, it's like, yeah, like maybe some kind of like just rival of his in some way, shape, or form. It's like there's a lot of angles you could play. Seth keeps his BS out of season 3. I don't remember who Seth is, to be honest. It's been a while. I've only watched the first season. It's kind of been a while. I haven't kept up too closely. I'm just like, oh, okay. I saw that last scene. I saw that scene from season 3 where he's flying him through the people at the end, and I'm like, we already did this. What are we talking? It's like, why are we acting like this is a big deal? It's like we literally did the same thing at the end of season 1. Like, the exact same thing. I know, game. I want to talk to Diana. I can't. There's literally people out that way. They won't let me. Maybe I can approach it from a different angle. Casting Sully is hard, but I might pick Kurt Russell because he's charming enough. See, I honestly don't think Sully would be all that hard. I think there's a couple of options you could have for Sully. You could pick somebody like a Kurt Russell for his charm. I don't think, honestly, appearance as far as looking just like Sully or just like Nathan Drake should matter that much. I think people get way too hung up on looking exactly the same, and I'm like, I think that's really stupid. I think it's more about capturing the personality. You don't need to cast somebody who looks identical to Nathan Drake. You need to cast... I mean, honestly, you could cast Glenn Powell as Nathan Drake, and I think he would kill it. I think he'd kill it. There would be my pick right there. Glenn Powell.
I might just do that. She could use a bit of...
Cast Glenn Powell. I think he would kill the role of Nathan Drake. It's like, does he look exactly like Nathan Drake? Of course he doesn't. But, you know, he's a good-looking guy. He's got charm. He's got charisma. It's like, yeah, he can absolutely play that part.
I'm not leaving my side, but would you mind flipping down to the guard? I'm dying for a
Sully.
I believe you'll be pleasantly surprised. First thing I pick up with this.
Sully, I might choose somebody like a Stephen Lang. He's one person that kind of comes to mind, that he's got the age, and I think he could play the role well. It's not necessarily my first choice, it's just the first one I'm thinking of. Let's see, who's some other ones? Who are some older actors that are of good stature, who can wear the mustache well? Let me think. I have to think about it. But yeah, Glenn Powell, Nathan Drake. Like, that's the best. Now, here's the other question. Like, who do you cast as, like, Chloe or Elena? Funny thing is, there was a time where, like, funny enough, Jenna Fisher could have played Elena Fisher. That's kind of funny. Okay, just, come on. Let me pull him over.
Hold on. Target just reappeared.
Man, strict adherence to source material. If the story's competent enough and the acting's decent, I can ignore some changes, especially through mediums. Exactly. You don't have to be too much of a stickler. Getting to be too much of a stickler about that stuff can be kind of gay. In another universe, Jenna Fisher is my wife. I still have to watch. Hang on, let's save.
Attention.
And he's out of the way. Richard Hansen, if we go late 30s, Elena, Jennifer Lawrence could work. Maybe Sydney Sweeney if you're going younger. Yeah. I can kind of see all of those.
How many have you had? I'm serious. You the CIA?
I'm so violent. Oh crap, there's people. I'll just dump them. Like they're just, you just stay there. Camera.
You toppled government, changed the fate of nations, altered the lives of millions of people.
It's called history, Burnwood.
Take
It
the
has
shot.
to happen.
Over.
It can't
Chloe's harder because of her heritage. Whoa! She just did a cartwheel over the railing. What the heck?
She had a lot to answer for, and she would have become a threat.
That looked amazing.
It's just, you're not supposed to get to know them.
What's the timestamp on that? Holy crap. That was around the 47-minute mark. Oh my gosh. That was amazing. Holy crap. I mean, she basically just did like an airborne cartwheel. Just whee! Just went right over. Oh man, that was funny. That was really funny. Yes. It's like Agent 47. It's like, take the shot. Woo! I'm not sure the way she fell over was following the laws of physics. No, I don't think so. I think if the shot was legitimately that powerful, it probably would have just taken her head off. Wouldn't have made her do a cartwheel over the railing. Oh man, that was funny. I can do an Aussie accent. Well, I mean, well, here's the thing. Obviously, the right choice to play Chloe is Zendaya. We all know it. So that's the direction you go. I mean, why are we even denying this? But you just gotta accept it. No, Chloe. I mean, and here's the thing. Chloe, I don't know if she even has to necessarily be Australian. I would want her to be kind of the dark-haired femme fatale. Because I think British would be fine. I think you can go British and be fine. I was surprised she wasn't Chloe in the Holland Uncharted. Yeah, you would kind of think that, because here's the thing, her appearance would kind of work. You could get her appearance more or less fine. Jenna Ortega,
47.
Maybe, but my issue with Jenna Ortega, she looks too much like a kid. She just looks too young. She can act, but she just looks too young. I know she isn't necessarily too young, it's just she looks it. And I don't, Chloe is obviously, like, her model is really attractive, but she doesn't look like a kid. No. You know, she looks like she's in her 30s.
Edwards, you know how to find him, don't you?
Why, Edwards finds you, 47. He is untraceable, and he never lets you forget it. He is cocky, and that will be his downfall.
I think it has a baby face. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She just has a baby face.
Last tango, 47.
I don't think she quite works. He also has blue eyes, which is something we... Yeah, the blue eyes thing, it's like, I don't really care. Like, also, like, here's... If she were younger, like Eva Green, like, in a way, Eva Green, like, kind of was, I mean, granted, she's a little more full-figured than Chloe. I don't mean full-figured like fat, I just mean, yeah, she's got curves that Chloe doesn't, being honest. But, her attitude, like, that she had in, like, Casino Royale was, kind of similar to what I would want out of Chloe. Toy Story 5 had its first crew test screening. Screw Toy Story 5. Jane Levy as... Who's Jane Levy? Is this a joke? Or is it for real? I mean, she's redhead.
How did you know?
But...
Deal. That kind of power always comes with a price.
She's not a bad-looking girl.
I think think you know. I am sorry. This is a necessary evil.
What have you done?
Ether-brought neurotoxin transfers by touch. See, Edwards learns by his mistakes, 47. And as you've clearly demonstrated, brute force is futile. It had to be me. It was the only way.
To get this close.
My family. I know what you did. After all these years, I finally know.
Sorry.
You didn't have a choice. I did. Providence used you, but I'm no better. All I saw was a blank slate, a weapon to wield. I told myself it was what you needed, but people aren't meant to be controlled. This is a kindness. Goodbye, Agent.
Chloe is technically 40. Well, but here's the thing: if you're gonna have Glenn Powell as your Nathan Drake, you'd want to close somebody more likened to the way he looks. And I think Eva Green looks older than he does. What's up, Whitey? How you doing? How you doing? Hail to the whiteness. Alright, I think this is the last mission. Here we go. Here we go! Wow! I was thinking about when we were doing casting trivia for the last Twilight movie, why did we not consider Christopher Walken for the lead Volturi?
Still clinging on to your...
Or instead of like the goofy laugh when he sees Renesmee, he could be like, wow! Wow! It's a human vampire hybrid! Maybe we did, I don't know. I don't remember us going there. Why is this hard to... Look at these people. These are all the people I took in.
Perfection, its own justification, or a willful distraction.
Yeah, I hate that you're sick, dude. I hope you feel better, man. We're gonna miss you tonight on MMM.
From the uncomfortable truth.
Talking the Boondock Saints.
You're exactly the tool they bred you to be. Quite a piece of work you are. How could you possibly function on your own? You never even had a name.
And I really didn't want to miss the phone. Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, I was saying earlier,
Never ceases
I
to
feel like I'm like
really are
the cooler when it comes to Boondock Saints because I see so many people on critic lists like fluffing it as like this all-time amazing movie, and I'm like, guys, calm down. It's fine. It's nothing profound. It's really not that special.
Forgetting's not so bad. You've done it before.
You cut out where you read that? Oh, did I?
Is he still looking at us?
I'm afraid so. Poor sap just won't accept his days are done.
Perhaps I should take him out to the woods and set him free.
Oh, it's a classic.
He was a loyal tool. But everything goes the way of the horse and cart eventually.
I couldn't agree more.
Are you done?
Toxins are
Boosh.
poison to your fears. Don't let...
Christopher Walken as Jacob.
Come on. Gotta get your head straight.
I mean, he sort of hit her on top of it. Mrs. Sparkles, here to harass me. Hello.
But that's not what is really going on.
She just like them.
No. She
I
found
said
a
so
way
on
to turn
Twitter.
Edward's uncleverness against him.
Bring it on.
The rest is up to you.
I don't know how.
You do know. Once you dispose of Edwards, I will dismantle Providence from the top down. You will finally be okay. All you have to do is embrace the past.
Uncharted is the closest thing to Indiana Jones since Indiana Jones. It's very true. There's actually a little fun clip you can find of Harrison Ford getting to play Uncharted, and he actually seemed to like it. I thought that was really cool. We met a weird little bog creature called a godling in The Witcher. He's a foul-mouthed little shite. Alright, here we go. Last mission, y'all. Last bit of Hitman. And fun thing about this mission is you literally just supposed to just take everybody out. It's awesome. We kill everyone. Okay, I don't have any tools yet, but... At one point, Harrison Ford could have played Sully. That's true, he could have. Hang on, we gotta do this right. Everyone's gotta go on this. We gotta take them all out. Let me see. What are you gonna play next? Possibly the Uncharted games. I might go a different route potentially. But Uncharted is the default.
For when we go commercial, I mean.
You figure this thing has commercial application? People want to have their mind wiped.
Not wiped, obviously. But that's just fine-tuning. Okay, right now the serum erases long and short-term memory banks wholesale. But in
all I have is a camera.
we'll be able to isolate the effect to individual memories.
Oldest likes the Uncharted games. Yeah, Uncharted games are fun. They're basically like Indiana Jones. You guys should be over the moon. No. Bad doctor. 'Cause you're all evil in this. I like how they both have their hands on their hips. Uncharted. I might play the game on Steam, on stream. Nice. Oh wait, I need to find the passkey. The password. We have to find the password. How many digits is it? 5 or 4? So it could be 1979. Let's see. Haha! Victory. Should we get Helen Mirren to play Marlowe? Yes. Objectively. Maybe the game wrong. I got confused with another one? Oh. Why'd you do that? Rusty crowbar. Oh snap. Only an a-hole would make that password. Rusty crowbar is sex act. Yeah, I was kind of thinking along those same lines. I was like, well, crowbar sounds a little dirty. Give him the old rusty crowbar. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Cool, cool. You're out. Off the train with you. Rusty Shackleford. got, what is this? A rusty nail. Billy Bob Thornton as Sully. That could potentially work. That could potentially work. Oh, got another one. Alright, let's see. Nothing there. Let's just keep going, Wayne. Valve. Sully from Monsters, Inc. Oh my gosh. Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown actually would be a pretty good choice, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm not even just voice. I think his appearance wouldn't be bad for it. His appearance wouldn't be bad for it. Flash. Got the valve. We placed the valve. Time for some man of action. I mean, he might be. I don't know his age off the top of my head, but you might be right. But, I mean, Sully's up there in age too, but I guess it's a question of how much.
Last time I saw weather like this, I was doing extreme conditions training for the army base. Pat.
Alright, let's... Well, that worked nicely. Very nicely. That was actually kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. I quite dug that. And we got a tactical shotgun. Love it. Quit train? No. You can't quit the train. Quiet. Oh, quiet train. Gotcha. Alright. I like this gun. This gun's neat. You can't just go around killing people. Why? Arnold Schwarzenegger as Sully. Nathan, I had those sweating like a horn. I'm sweating like a horn in church. Well, as we know, Don Lemon is a passive maggot, so who cares what he says? Did we expect him to say something sensible? Of course not. Yeah, I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be mad. Oh, it's a shotgun with a silencer. We're gonna need more ammo for that shotgun. It's a shotgun with a silencer. Oh, it's so good. We gotta explore some too, that's the thing. Tom Shigura's into the chat. Exactly, right? Exactly. Shigura should always enter the chat. X-Files. Wait, what? What with the X-Files? Did I miss something? Sully. Oh, no, we're talking about the Uncharted games. Okay, so before you got here, we were talking about the hypothetical recasting of an Uncharted movie adaptation. That's what this is all about. That's what we're going on about. Like we thought Glenn Powell would be a good Nathan Drake. We haven't cast like Elena or Chloe yet, although we've had some ideas. Boosh actually probably had the best idea for Chloe. I mean, she'd be a redhead Chloe, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, little ginger Chloe. I can do a ginger Chloe. It's fine. The cat has taken his place. My cat loves that spot, but it's probably okay for this mission because we're just kind of going straight ahead. Ooh, Brolin is Sully. That's okay. That's a really good choice. Brolin is Sully. I think you got it there. Yeah. I like that idea a lot. Brolin as Sully is kind of the perfect choice for real. Don Lemon is a walking negative headline. And IQ. Let's not leave that part out. I think Brolin is old enough, but also not too young. Yeah, I think Brolin's kind of amazing. I want to be involved. Let's make Tom Green Tom Green. Why do we want Tom Green in this all of a sudden? I'm an elite guard now. Very true, Bush. Very true. Have fun out there. I never liked Tom Green. Yeah, I've never found him funny. Oh yeah, we have Henry Cavill playing one of the villains. Kind of probably would be a made-up villain, but I like silence pistols. Silent weapons are awesome. For real, for real. I'm gonna hide here. Only one man should be Sully, Pedro Pascal. We did it, guys. Look at my movie. Touch my kids, and his movie keeps popping. Some family in the cabin were eating. Hang on. Got him. Corpse just smashed through their ceiling. Well, Bradley Cooper is Sam. Ooh, that's actually, yeah, I think that's a really good choice for real. Bradley Cooper is Sam. That's really good. I think that works very well. He definitely fits that. Night night, guys. I'll take that. Still don't have any ammo for that shotgun. It's not like sort of an epic movie, just like, I know, right? It's like we're starting to get a nice cast coming together here. Pretty good. How was Sweeney and like okay, so I know that Powell and Sweeney did a movie together. How was their chemistry? Jensen Ackles is Nathan Drake. No, we've already got Nathan Drake. I think Glenn Powell is the best for that. I think Jensen Ackles was too old for it. Zendaya as Nadine. That actually is not I mean, I just don't buy her as a combatant. Sydney Sweeney is gorgeous. She is a very attractive woman. That is undeniable. Isn't Nathan like 40? Like in the later movies, he doesn't start at 40. Sleeping on the job. Can't be doing that. Is this to be considered ugly in Hollywood? Well, Hollywood's retarded. The movie is bad, but they're good. Yes, if they've got good chemistry, then I am fine with her as Elena. That works for me. My dude, you are in the way. Big on thought. And hey. I've never watched any movie with her. The only thing I can think of that I've seen with Sydney Sweeney is Madam Web. And, I mean, it's not her fault, but Madam Web is terrible. Script meeting is a 10 tomorrow. Exactly, right? I got a trophy called Bullet Train. Why, because I killed with a bunch of weapons? Cool. I love it. And we're getting more shotgun ammo. Hey-o. Oh, yes. Forbidden pineapple. Yeah, basically just we need to make sure you get the writers right, but after that, kind of golden. How did those first shots not kill him? Like, did he seriously not die immediately? Holy crap. Writing could be bad. Well, that's why we gotta prevent that. We're the ones who are hiring, so we gotta make sure we hire good writers. Or less supernatural. I think we should embrace the pseudo-supernatural. I think that fits. I like the kind of early Indiana Jones vibe. We are trolls, yes. Should ban anyone in affiliation with Bad Robot. Oh, inherently. We already have. Bye-bye. Oh, dang. Okay, we can go from here. After the lost grave of Alexander the Great. That could be interesting. We could do something with that. There's potential there. This would have been great 10 years ago. Yeah, he's just too old now. He is too old to begin the training. Well, like, did somebody just come into the room?
Ridiculous.
Like, yeah, they did. Drop the shot? No, I don't think so. I don't think I will drop the shotgun. I think I'll shoot the shotgun and kill you all. Oh, there's the valve. I had thought about a Roman Legion, Legionnaire, I think is what they're going for. It was kind of like a treasure hunter roaming through Germany and Britain and Egypt, looking into myths and artifacts. Neat. Up, the old rusty crowbar is back. Turning that valve again. Oh, lots of granadas. That's what I'm talking about. Grenade on. I want an award for a poem. Oh, nice. Why did I drop this? Oh man. Littering this dude with bullets. The armor is doing a lot of work for him. Boom! Alright, they're out, finally. Took a little work. Love the entire Uncharted franchise. Did you hate 4? No, I loved 4. I thought Uncharted 4 was great. I thought Uncharted 4 was freaking awesome. Oh my gosh, freaking bullet sponge. Eventually, Jake would retire. And yeah, I had no issue. I thought, you know what I liked about Uncharted 4? It ended. The series actually ended. Like, Nathan Drake's story actually had an ending. That's a good thing. And it had a respectful ending for his character. I don't know why people would be against that. I thought we're apt to get tired of things getting over franchised. It's like 4 is a really good game. It's like, yeah, Nadine, the whole thing with her is a little cringe, but I'm like, it's a small thing. I'm not too hung up on it. I don't think it's really that big a thing. Like, do I think it's the best Uncharted game? No, but I still think Uncharted 2 is probably the best one overall. So I think 3 is a strong contender, but I love Uncharted 4. I really loved it. That's kind of funny. my gosh. Nailed him. I don't know why, but I'm in the mood to play the heck out of Spider-Man 2 for PS2. Spider-Man 2 for PS2 was really cool. It's a neat game. That was a good game. So before it came out, they heavily hinted at Sam being the future protagonist. I'm glad they didn't. I'm really glad they didn't. What happened to that? I don't know what happened to it. I'm just kind of glad they didn't. I like what they did with Sam's character overall. Well, I would say The Last of Us 2 does that stuff overtly. Like, I wouldn't say that that showed girl boss tropes. I would say it's full-blown girl bossy. No. She just walked past me. I guess this disguise works for some people. Sure, I guess. Last of Us 2 is atrocious on numerous levels. It's a horribly written game. I told you, I'm taking everybody out in this mission. Everybody. This is the John Wick mission. And by the way, it's this mission you're supposed to kind of John Wick it because like literally you get no penalty for killing. Killing is totally acceptable in this mission. They're like, look, this is all the bad guys. Just get rid of it. Ma'am. Aren't you excited for Atheist Space Jesus? Yeah, right. Ugh, that game looks so cringe. That game looks painful. I saw a video yesterday about The Last of Us 2, and my gosh, the anti-Christianity. Yeah, Last of Us 2 is repulsive in kind of just about every way imaginable. As far as its story and its morality and whatnot, it's pretty. The one with the ball, yeah. It's called like Intergalactic, I don't know, the Space Flames or something. Who freaking knows?
I don't suppose there's any point calling for help. No. Seems I brought this on myself. Well played, Miss Norwood. Do you really think she'll be able to resist?
Well, of course, Druckmann doubled down. What is he gonna do? Like, say he's wrong?
She rejects the power, not the responsibility.
A noble idea. But please join me in the real world. I trust you already know what this is. Why not simply take it? Embrace who you were always meant to be.
Never again.
Well, I had to try. Go on then. Do your thing. At least I die knowing who I am.
Or do you die? This is this kind of a satisfying ending. You make him forget himself.
What's he doing?
This is what it means to lose everything.
You're making a mistake.
It's mine to make.
He was way too breathy.
Oh, seem to have, what were we talking about?
Don't worry. We were done.
Oh my gosh, Israel. You can't say that during St. Patrick's Day. What am I talking about? Of course you can. That's true, Boosh. I probably should have. It's like, I could have like thrown him to the ground and said, you know, it's not just bald on the top.
Display of recognition to the top level of international finance continues as Milton Fitzpatrick allows Shannon joins the president of Sam's employees.
That's the Japanese art of folding paper, oregano.
It's been a long time. Agent 47.
That's not who I am anymore. The pact.
She threw a bird in the fire. I know, yeah.
The past.
Or Islami. No, Whitey. Or Islami is the art of blowing paper up.
Here you are.
That's not what it's called, nerd. Oh, really? Then what is it? I mean...
I choose this path because I can. There will always
Prove
be
it.
people like that.
Prove it's not called that.
There will always be people like us.
No one is untouchable.
It's good to be back.
To doing what I do best. Killing. Blowing paper up? Like air with your lungs or using a bomb? Well, bomb. But yeah, we did it. We beat Hitman. Now, that doesn't mean we have to stop right this second. I can play a little bit longer. Play a little longer. Didn't get that OP shot for very long. Yeah, maybe. It's one of those things I'm kind of curious if you can actually unlock it for other missions. That'd be kind of neat. See, I got a 5-star rating despite killing all of those people. Because they're like, yeah, you can kill people. So cool. In fact, you should. You should wipe out all those fools. See, I got the gun with, I got the little pistol with the silencer. Ooh, gold baller. That's pretty slick looking. Not gonna lie, that's pretty slick. I like a man in a suit. Season of the Luck monthly roadmap. What is this? Oh, getting all kinds of new little challenges. Okay, these are like the elusive targets and stuff. So my pre-order in for Kazan comes out in 6 days. The demo on PS5 enjoyed. What? Hang on, Boosh or Boosh, Blue Collar. I wanted this Kazan. I feel like I should know what that is. Is that the first Berserker game? Is that what that is? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I thought, yeah, it's got some promise. I'll have to watch I'll have to watch some of your streams of that, cause I'm curious about that one. Sniper. Let's go to Siberia and do some snipping. That white hair is something. Yeah. That's. I looked it up and I was like, okay, yeah, that's the Berserker game that you told me about. Yeah, looks like it could be cool.
Welcome to Siberia, 47. one of the harshest climates on the planet. Your destination is the privately owned Perm 14 prison facility, located near the freezing Siberian tundra. Here, you're tasked with the elimination of Vitaly Reznikov, warden at the prison, and Roman Kapko, renowned Russian mobster with suspected political
My
ties.
gosh, that's a sizable lad there. My goodness.
For the past
Look at that noggin.
but has functioned more as a second in command than a prisoner. Now he wants out and has offered Warden Reznikov a
That mofo is huge.
an early release, scheduled to take place today. Kapko's offer comes at an opportune time for Reznikov, as investigations by the United Nations Human Rights Council are underway. A string of recent news articles has exposed violence and even murder as everyday occurrence.
See, that's just you're just buying into this stereotype, Miss Sparkles. He could be a very sweet individual. You're just saying that because he's huge and he's got tattoos and he's in prison.
Along with Reznikov's mercenary guards, the Siberian
That doesn't necessarily mean he's really bad.
are not sanctioned targets. Now, the riot is brewing in prison, which could be used to our advantage. Since our client has asked we eliminate the targets clandestinely, you will need to find a way to set the riot and use it as a cover for the eliminations. I will leave you to prepare.
And he is ugly. I usually like mean looking men. It's kind of my thing. Well, all right. Ah, so he crosses the line too much.
That is Vitaly Reznikov, corrupt warden here at the Perm 14 prison facility.
I'm all about the stereotypes. Yeah, Casio, Magnavox. I like types of stereos. I'm shooting all around him, but not him. There we go. It took you long enough. We can shoot the flag. Da-da-da-da-da-boo. False flag. Massive flag it.
Lowering the flag seems to have triggered new activity in the facility. I'm picking up chatter on the intercom. They're about to start.
Your mom is chatting on the intercom. Go over there, dude. I want to hide you. Should I rent a Tesla and drive around NYC to troll? It's an idea.
That should be hidden well enough for the time being.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Is there a pile of snow nearby him? Stereotypes are a normal part of being a human. I agree. I think they're even kind of funny, if I'm being honest with you. I find stereotypes to be rather amusing.
Kapko looks to be violently
My
punished.
area is the worst for Teslas.
Very clever. They will not discover the body.
My phone died. What did I miss? Nothing much. Nooth and Mooch.
Adding a bit of spice to Kapko's dinner food.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He just beat that dude to death with a battery. That's like a form of, well, battery. People are destroying and vandalizing them. What idiots. Bunch of freaking morons. Why are people so stupid? You're causing that snow to be yellow. It's not allowed. Stop it. Why would you do that? Man, he obliterated that dude's face with that, with the battery. It's bad the mayor had to ask them to stop. Well, so long as he did
Going
nicely.
in the mood, 47. Not sure where he's headed. Nice shot, 47.
Here are the messages why I'm a monarchist. There are definitely arguments for it that I cannot deny. Like, I mean, here's the reality. There is no human government that is going to work perfectly. It's just not possible. We don't have it in our nature.
Good work.
The big guy has been hidden in the snow.
I'm tracking 10 remaining targets. That should be pretty good for Team B.
All right, they're done. They're done. To me, it's like if you think Biden and Kamala were good leaders, like you've just made too much of you made such a simple argument for why you should never be allowed to vote. I definitely believe in voter restriction. Highly believe in voter restriction. Voting should be a rare privilege. Come on, yellow dude. And by yellow dude, I don't mean Asian. That's racist. Not you. Why? Nobody cares about that weird dude. What's this?
Taking out their communications? What are you thinking, 47?
Well, I was thinking I'd take out their communications. Even Queen Victoria thought women's suffrage was stupid. Yes, she did. Queen Victoria was based, for real.
They will not discover the body there.
Get a fire going.
To the west building, 47. Anyone caught in the flames will not.
We're just gonna start killing.
Well done, 47.
Riot. Neat. I don't want them to.
We're down to 5 remaining targets.
5 remaining targets. They're beginning to suspect that people are getting killed. Sorry, Civvy. You saw things you shouldn't have saw.
Guards are coming from the administration building to fight the rioting prisoners. Excellent work as always. An alarm went off. The last target eliminated.
I got him, yay! They all died.
It should cover our tracks perfectly. I'll wire the money as
Da 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 da. Death. I know you can like engineer to where the riot kills like almost everybody on its own. It's kind of like crazy. Pretty cool, actually. My state was like the only state that did the mail-in ballots. Not the only one. It's kind of a problem in most of the swing states. But yeah, Washington's very sus. Like Arizona's elections are, they're rough. A lot of states have issues with their voting. Let's see here. Tell you what. We do one more thing, and then we're gonna call it. Well, this take a little bit of time. Let's take a little bit of time. Has Arizona finished their count yet? Depends on which election you're talking about, Israel. Are you talking 2024, 2020, 2016? I mean, if we're being honest here, it's a little up in the air. Wow, I don't have a sniper rifle that's silenced? What the crap? Well, it's fine. It's fine. But we'll leave something special in the hay shed. Oh, no, I don't want to leave any of that. I want to leave something cool. Where's my cool stuff? Gosh. Oh well. I don't care for biopics. I mean, for me, it just depends on the movie. I mean, Amadeus is my favorite movie. That's technically in the biopic category, so I can't say I don't like biopics because that one I love. All right. Now I gotta work on taking all these fools out. All right, take that. Just gotta make sure we're out of view of as many people as possible. And the cameras. Can take them out too. Yeah, I'm like, because the JFK files, I'm like, depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Okay. They're done. I mean, we kind of know. We kind of know who is responsible for the JFK thing. They're like, what was that? I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't do it. Did I? Alright, let's see if we can spot a way in here. Oh gosh, there's guys here. Just gotta be quick. Whoa, language. How do they know it was me? Okay. Get the targets.
Target locked! Target locked! Need backup stat. Looks like we got a situation here. Copy. Still looking. No sign of
Steak and rice me and wife can eat on today. Nice. What does it mean when it's black and white? When what's black and white? What do you mean? Ooh, an old axe. Hey.
He's not hit. Anyone got me? Still attacker. Need more men.
I bet you think you need more men. Oh, he's done. You were black and white. Oh, it just means I was getting shot. Whoa! Uh-oh. There's too many of them. Oh no. They got me. Luckily, we didn't lose all our progress.
I'm at the location now, and I have nothing to report. Over. Affirmative. Watch the stick. I don't think anything but explosive.
Come on, boys, out for school for the morning during Pride Month because it's so bad there. Dang.
Requesting backup.
Somebody responsible for multiple homicides.
Studying a different gender for every day. Gosh, it's messed up. Seriously, screw the public school system.
Oh shit!
Check every square inch. Move, move.
Affirmative.
That's his response to a guy laying there with a massive axe. Like a massive axe thing. I was like, what the heck?
Command, this is Red Leader. I think we got trouble. We find who's behind this. Slurry pit, clear.
Johnny had to split. Yeah, nobody searched this patch of very long earth. I guess I don't have to ask him a question, right?
We need to do a quick check. Over. Copy that. Situation is
He only thought he saw me for a second.
This is Charlie at 9-4 November. I need someone to come down here and
Okay,
investigate.
I only understood 60% of his words. This is Charlie. It's like, what? He must have a splitting headache. Dump him in the slurry. Slurry that mofo. Wow. He's drunk. It's a job requirement. Yeah.
Just one of those days.
I have to work on Juneteenth. No, actually, never mind. They actually started giving us Juneteenth off. I actually get paid for Juneteenth, despite it not technically applying to me in the positive. And I only say that in the ancestral sense. Somebody noticed a crime. It's like,
Suspected of murder hiding somewhere.
I'm glad he said suspected. That's very good legalese there. They can't know for sure that I threw an axe at his head. There's no way to prove it.
Man, I got nothing to report from my current location. Over.
They're making this almost too easy this time. It's like, alright. Making progress. Wipe them out. All of them. It is. And like, I don't know what's going on with the slurry pit, but there's a lot of people here. It looks like they're all like either really drunk or they've all been shot in the face. I'm doing training right now. In 5 hours, it will be about LGBT people and how to talk to them and respect. It's like being at a zoo and taking a training course on how to like feed a wild animal. Like I swear, it's so bizarre. Like we need to train you all how to talk to these people. It's like bloody hell. You could argue it's insulting to them. You could. If the self-awareness was there, you could argue it's insulting to them. Whoa, how'd you know it was me? You don't know it was me? Blair to Blair, what's going on? How you doing? We're just wiping out the Colorado map. For funsies. I beat the game just now. No, you don't. Oh dang! I was gonna say, it's like, wouldn't that flash grenade be bad for his buddy there? Okay, gotta go back 4 minutes. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Just call me the Colo Riddler. I don't know what that means actually. That's the target! Got him.
Come on, do you read?
C2, this is Alpha 1A. Hey! Command! Should be alright.
He's out. He's out. He's out. Whoa! That sounded like somebody got killed there. Oh, shoot. Am I compromised?
Parker, unasked and move up on target 1. Move, move!
On what?
Oh.
I'm not allowed to tell them that there is.
Come on, I think we got the
Then they don't get taken off the letter in the mail. It doesn't make sense to me, and I'm allowed to tell them there is consequences to them not doing it. Jeez.
Hey, I need some help here.
There are a lot of dudes on this map. Uh-oh. Troublemaker. I think you're underselling it a little bit. Oh. He called me a troublemaker. It's like, okay, look, I'm a lot of things. A lot of things. But a troublemaker. I mean, come on. I was just trying to suggest and ask nicely for my disabled or other clients to do stuff. I'm guessing to not hurt their feelings or offend them. If they don't do it, I report them. Then they get taken off.
Yeah,
And a letter in the mail, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not allowed to tell them that there is and consequences to them not doing it. Wow. I know. It's like Agent 47, troublemaker. It's like, wow, really? That's the distinction you're giving me, huh? You troublemaker with your shooting people in the face. This guy's a real jerk, you know? Wanted for being a real jerk. I don't know. I think it's maybe a little more than that, a little more extreme. I'm just saying, might be a little more to it. It's like these suckers are dead, fool. This guy's a real rabble rouser. The amount of people he's shooting. I don't want to be too offensive, but I don't know. He's causing some problems here. I think this 47 guy's a bit of a problem. You know, maybe not totally. I'm not trying to pigeonhole the guy. I'm sure he's otherwise a good guy, but I don't know. He's shooting a lot of people.
Command, we got a casualty. Proceeding with caution. Just let us spread all this crap.
Maya Parvati is dead.
No side here. We lost the field. Red leader.
How do you know for sure it was me?
Report my current location. Over. We got no visual on target.
No more visual.
Activate the alarm. Got it. Activate.
You can't have a visual on target if your eyes don't work. I just almost got stuck under my bed. What the heck? What'd you do that for?
I need cover fire. He's over there. Right now. Blue base, come in. This is Big Pop. Medic to my house. Over. Werewolf is down.
I think I'm gonna die. Not yet, but we're getting there. If I seriously, like, survive this part, that's kind of amazing. You don't strictly have, like, a health bar. It's kind of like the Call of Duty games where a certain amount gets you close and then you start to gain it back a little bit. Bollocks.
Listen up. You gotta sit. Where's the AFAC? We need to
They don't have any witnesses left that know what I look like. Oh my gosh. What a spree that was. What a spree. That was, I'm a little back patty there. Little back patty. Exactly. Quick save. Probably should.
all clear.
Yep, all clear. Yeah, we're gonna create a save here.
Everywhere. Remember what we are fighting for.
Get done in 2 hours. Gotta buy a new Irish whiskey for later. Heck yeah. No, Blue, you didn't hear. See, you shouldn't drink whiskey, even though I know it's Boondock Saints and they're Irish, all that stuff. No. Remember the joke about the genie? You gotta drink Coke. You gotta have a Coke. Like, I'll just have a Coke. That joke is freaking hilarious. If you haven't seen Boondock Saints, you don't know what the heck I just am talking about, but it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. The genie joke is really funny. I mean, you technically can, but I'm just saying. The more on-theme beverage will be Coke, I think. It's funny as what happens to the cat. That was messed up for real. I was like, what the heck? Why did they do that to the poor cat? I was like, that was wild and horrible. Yeah, I like the movie. It's got some problems. Freaking bullet sponge. No way. What they do to the cat? This guy gets a little overexcited and they've got a bunch of guns on the table. Well, he slams his hands on the table and one of the gun goes up and the cat basically just gets splattered on the wall. It's very out of nowhere. Kind of messed up. But I know it's not a great film, but I truly love it. No, I think it's a really fun movie. It's like you've heard what I've said about like what I feel about like Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I think that movie objectively is probably not even good, but I love that movie. I love watching Once Upon a Time in Mexico. It's one of the most fun movies out there for me. But if I were to, assess it objectively, it's not that good. Boondock Saints is very similar to that. It's very similar to that. It's really fun. I get why people love it. But in actuality, it's not a good movie. It's not really a good movie. It's a goofy film that does a lot wrong. About Desperado, I mean, I think Desperado's got a lot. It's not as convoluted and messy as Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I enjoy Once Upon a Time in Mexico more. I'll just say that right off the bat. I enjoy that movie more. But Desperado, I don't think has as many problems. I don't think. Oh, you definitely can rip apart Commando. I mean, granted, I don't think Commando has as many problems as people think it does, but it definitely has them. All right, now we're just picking people off. A few more people here than I thought. Whoopsie daisy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, it got me. And I disappeared into the earth. Like, just boom. Rita said part 3 is still gonna happen. I've never watched part 2. I never watched the second one. I've only seen the first. Alright, so we'll be a little bit more careful regarding some of those folks. My favorite movie is Vanilla Sky, and that's considered a bad movie. Let me ask you something, Miss Sparkles. Have you seen the movie it was made... Because Vanilla Sky is a remake. Have you seen the movie that it came from? Open Your Eyes. It's a Spanish movie. Have you watched that? Because Open Your Eyes is a good movie. And Penelope Cruz is actually in that one, too. I mean, if you don't mind subtitles, I recommend giving it a look. Open Your Eyes is really good. I quite liked Open Your Eyes. And that's part of the reason I never bothered watching Vanilla Sky. I was like, well, I've seen Open Your Eyes, and I know that one's good. Why would I bother with what people say is a worse remake? I mean, it doesn't mean I'll never watch Vanilla Sky, but I was just like, I never saw the point. Never really saw the point of watching it. Just didn't see the necessity.
What the hell is going on?
He's got a surprise.
Yeah, get rid of that thing.
Yep, I got rid of that thing. If by that thing you mean your face. I'll feel much more like the original film. Yeah, right. 2099 is going to be a crap show. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. I'm not bothering with 2099 unless people I really trust say it's great, and I just don't see that happening. I think 2099 is going to be freaking garbage.
That is Penelope Graves, acclaimed anti-terror.
I'm going to make you watch it with me. Oh my gosh. You're not bothering with 2099? No, I'm not. Unless I feel like I can make something from it, no. I have no interest in 2099. I think it looks... Everything I'm hearing about 2099 sounds like it's going to be really awful. Like, woke as crap. It's not... It's like a series, Waylon, so I don't know who's behind it. I want to say... Is it Amazon who's behind it? I'm doing a Loser's Lounge for Boondock Saints 2. I do want to hear this. I'd be willing to do that, probably. I wouldn't be against that. Yeah, the parasites have to ruin everything. Exactly. Was that an explosion? No, it wasn't. Oh, okay then. I guess we're fine. Whoa, whoa. Why you gotta engage with me on this basis? What did I do? I mean, I know what I did, but what did you see me do? What happened to innocence before guilt stuff? Ridley Scott being the executive producer honestly gives me no confidence. He's been a part of the Alien sequels too, and they're garbage. He has culpability in that crap, so. And honestly, I honestly don't know if I think Ridley gets Blade Runner all that well. Like, I don't think he fully gets what he did with his own creation. Like, him seeing Deckard as a replicant, that was alarming. Like, when he said he believes Deckard's a replicant, I'm like, you realize that takes the meaning out of, like, a ton of stuff in that movie? Him being a replicant is not a good thing. I don't mind hinting at the possibility, but the logical conclusion and the conclusion that actually makes things more meaningful is that he's a human. Of course.
Anyone? Shit! I've got eyes on target.
No, you don't. Your eyes are upward. Both the writers of the OG said Deckard's exactly. And they understood why that needed to be. It's like, it's fine to make people wonder. I think that's totally fine. I think that's one of the most interesting things about the ending is it's that question. Because the primary theme of the movie is, what does it mean to be human? And asking that question of Deckard at the end is important to the storytelling. But the conclusion should be, yes, he's human. He is human. That's meaningful. Because at the end of the day, it's like, if Deckard is a replicant, a lot of the stuff that happens around him is not that meaningful.
Marsh is clear.
I mean, maybe he did, but I don't know. It's like, Ridley's he's kind of a stubborn guy. That's why sometimes he can say things that I totally agree with, but I'm more of the mind he probably believes what he says. There, down. Bollocks. Uh-oh. There's too many people coming in. $2049 is a masterpiece, and it did not need a sequel. Jury's out for me on whether I consider it a masterpiece. I know I enjoy it. I have not assessed it objectively. How do you feel about the French guy making it the Mexican musical about a trans woman? I find it cringe and gross. And I find it laughable that it got that many Oscar nominations when you can just watch clips of it and discern how bad it is. Rachel was supposed to be a prototype Nexus 7 over. That is true. She was. Oh my gosh.
How do you read? Over.
How do you read? Over. Well, left to right, up and down, Pay attention to what the words say. I don't think Officer K is nearly as interesting. No. I don't think there's any argument for 2049 being anywhere close to being as good a movie as the original Blade Runner. Because a lot of the questions are just getting rehashed. Now, I think there's interesting things about the way they rehash them. And I like Agent K as a character. I don't think he's anywhere near as interesting as Deckard, though. And I think Joy, there's interesting things about her. I'd say, though, my issue is I think the scene where he sees the hologram, there's interesting meaning behind it, but it kind of undercuts her character a little too severely. like, I think it does serious damage to her character to have that scene. So I have very mixed feelings about the hologram scene after Joy has died, quote unquote. Because the hologram scene kind of makes it kind of suggests that their relationship is pointless. It was pointless. That those feelings she had weren't real. It was programmed. But yeah, I was like, I don't. That kind of gives too definitive an answer, I think, to their relationship, which I don't really think was the best idea. Now his reaction to it is interesting, but I was like, I think it's more interesting if you leave that up in the air. Man, if possible to steer it's in my position. Me. What do I think of Barbie? I think Barbie's atrocious.
Annoyed will admit to that.
I think Barbie was a bad movie. A really bad movie. And it's not even really the woke stuff that was so bothersome. I think it's a bad movie. I think it's kind of a mess. I think the production value is really strong on it. But as a film, I think it sucks. Hey, look, I got a little gun. Isn't that neat? Hey, it works. It was talked about to death. Yes, it was. Stronger narrative and clarity in 2049 too. Yes and no. I think you could argue, and I think this is a lot of people's big contention with 2049, is that it's a thin plot that is stretched too far. And I think there's some legitimacy to that claim. I think there's legitimacy to that claim. Which is what... Now, I enjoy watching it. But do I think they drag it a little long? Yeah, I do. I think 2049 really does have a very simple plot that it didn't really need to be as long as it was. I thought, yeah, you could argue there's some self-indulgence there from Villeneuve. But whereas I mean, I like that. I think the plot in the original one being complex is one of its biggest strengths. And I'll say this also, there's no argument for which movie has the best character. Roy Batty is easily the best Blade Runner character in either movie, and it's really not close. It's really not close.
We lost him. He's long gone. Full on Tango. Oh!
Alright, they're out. See, I completely disagree. I don't think the mystery of his identity makes him distant. I think it makes me far more invested in him. I think that invests me further in him. And I'll be honest, I think you could argue that the whole thing with Kay wondering if he's the actual child, I don't think the payoff to that is all that good. I think they would have been better off not having him believe that about himself. I don't think the payoff to that whole plot thread was very good.
Someone radio into command and request backup.
It kind of ended up feeling a little cheap. Because there's questions that it raises, like, because he says on the one hand, it's like, yeah, implanting personal memories is illegal. She says that directly to him. And it's like, okay, but if he believes he's the child, then you did. Why did you? That's kind of goes unanswered. And I was like, and it just so happens that the person who has her memory implanted into him is the one that is assigned to hunt the child down. It's like that's a pretty big coincidence.
Come on, do you read? We've got multiple.
It's like there are some big issues in Blade Runner 2049. There are some big ones.
I have nothing to report from my current location. Over.
Oh, nice shot.
Roger, command. Nothing tangible yet, sir. Still
Yeah, 2049 objectively is just not as good. It's just not as good a movie. And plus, calling like, well, Kay is a more interesting character. I'm like, that's kind of a subjective take. It's like, well, it's like more interesting is that's kind of case by case. There's really no way to, to objectively measure who you think is more interesting. It's like, you're more interested in this one. It's like, okay, but I'm more interested in the other one, so has better world building. Oh, I completely disagree with that. For one thing, most of its world building is based on the original. Its world building, a lot of it relies, I mean, and understandably, I mean, that's not a bad thing. It relies on the original, as it should. It's the sequel. But I don't feel like I learned a ton more about the world in 2049 than I knew most everything they had to offer, which is fine. It's a sequel. Kind of the joy of the sequel is you don't have to do a ton of world building. Well, more locations isn't world building necessarily. It's still mostly all LA, and then they do Vegas, but that's kind of it. But that's so what? I mean, that's not what world building is. That's not what world building is. World building is like establishing internal logic and like the rules that your world operates under. That's world building, not location. I mean, in number of locations, just like, okay, so who cares? And that's kind of just, that's nothing inherently. It's not good or bad by itself. It's like, okay, that's kind of neutral. It's like, okay, so yeah, there's more locations. All right. Movie's longer. There should be more locations, I guess. But that's kind of nothing. Roy Batty is, what Rutger Hauer did with that character. It's so good. I do recommend checking it out, Miss Sparkles.
Sir,
What? Did you have something to say? Did you want to say something? 'Cause you're dead now. Wow. This map does have way more people than I thought. I would say it has better cinematography, maybe, but I don't know. Those are still close. I don't know. That honestly might be a push for me. Out. Check it. Oh, check it out. Okay, gotcha. We'll see the original one first, obviously, and see the final cut of the original. That's the version to watch. I don't know. Seeing the original Blade Runner. Yes, obviously the effects. If you're going by special effects, yeah. I mean, 2049 is gonna have better visual effects because it's more up to date. I think that there are some really interesting locales in the new one that I do very much like. Call them out. Good. There's a lot of people left. My goodness. Yeah, there's. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can pop him.
We lost Tango.
We lost Tango. Now we have to see if we can find Waltz.
We've got a situation here.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? There's people who are dead. That's never happened before.
Red leader. Area. We don't want to lose this guy. Come on.
That is Sean Rose.
We gotta
Terrorist.
protect him, guys.
Sean Rose confirmed down. He's looking for 47.
Got multiple homicides. We have a visual. Oh my god. Man.
He killed Kenny. His reaction to that was actually kind of.
Lousy shot. You might just get lucky.
Shoot, I'm out. Oh no. Alright, well, it is 5:30. I'm gonna go ahead and have to jump off here. But this was fun. Had a good time hanging with y'all. Appreciate you all stopping by. Don't know yet when I'm playing tomorrow. It will be another evening stream. Have you seen the VR version of the game? I have seen streams of it. I don't have VR, so I don't do VR. But I've seen some people mess around with it. It's kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, so that's that is the end. We'll play something else tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow evening, probably 7, 8 o'clock ES2. Until then, good night, God bless, and Godspeed.